So we'll do the cast the circle in a seated position. Call the elementals. We're still going to do that chant because I love that chant. Mother, I feel you chant. I think that's really cool. Invite Hecate, Ariane Rods with some shorter words. Hathor, Sekhmet, Mannanon, and Lu. And then I think that because of the words in the song, we're going to set the intention. We are coming home. That's the intention we're setting. We're coming home. So I'm not quite sure how we're going to do that yet. I guess I'm going to do that when we get to it.
That works.
Absolutely. And then into the guided meditation, which is 43 minutes. And because you're ending it, because it ends when you land, we come straight out of it. Yeah, so we'll then ground afterwards, obviously. Yeah, and then thanks, Devoke, and close. So it should be really fucking cool. I'm really looking forward to this. So we've got the incense on. That's going crazy over there. Okay. So I think I've got everything. So we're going to start with the grounding.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and mute this.
Cool. See you on the other side. Grounding. So you can imagine red swelling energy at the base of your spine or roots, or that channel that moves from your hips all the way down into the Mother Earth. Come into Sufi grind if you want to. Whatever feels right for you. Don't forget to breathe. Okay, so we're going to cast the circle. So we're going in a Deosil direction from east. So we're going to imagine we're going to go blue flame, which might morph into different colours. So if it does that, then go with it. So starting from the east, see the circle of fire as it moves around towards the south, to the west, to the north, and back to east with its blue flame. And then as we chant, circle cast, circle conjure, see the flame as it gets higher and brighter, and maybe even change colours. Circle cast, circle conjure, 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 circle cast, circle conjure. Breathe. Ya Sekhmet. Hail Hathor. So we're going to call the elementals, starting in the east. We call upon the elemental air. Watchtower of the east. We ask that you bear witness to our magical workings and lend us your energy. We bid you hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
We call upon you, elemental fire, watchtower of the south. We ask that you bear witness to our magical workings and lend us your energy. We bid you hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
We call upon you, elemental water, watchtower of the west. We ask that you bear witness to our magical workings and lend us your energy. We bid you hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
We call upon you, elemental earth, watchtower of the north. we ask that you bear witness to our magical workings and lend us your energy. We bid you hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Okay. So we're going to sing the Mother I Feel You, amazing chant. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Mother, I hear you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. 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 Mother, I hear you in the river song. Eternal waters going on and on. Mother, I hear you in the river song. Eternal waters going on and on. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. 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 Father, I see you where the eagle flies. Light of spirit's gonna take us higher. Father, I see you where the eagle flies. Light of spirit's gonna take us higher. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. 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 Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. 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 Mother, I hear you in the river song. Eternal waters going on and on. Mother, I hear you in the river song. Eternal waters going on and on. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. 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 Father, I see you where the eagle flies. Light of spirit's gonna take us higher. Father, I see you where the eagle flies. Light of spirit's gonna take us higher. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. 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 Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I hear your heartbeat. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey Take a couple of breaths. Okay. So we're going to invite Hecate, first of all. Hecate, Titan goddess, queen of witches. We invite you into our circle on this full moon eve. And we ask for your guidance as we quantum jump to our ideal timeline. Hecate, we bid you hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Ariane Rod next. Ariane Rod, you of the silver wheel, weaver of fate through space and time, we invite you to join us in our circle. And guide us as we quantum jump to our ideal timeline. Sekhmet is next. Sekhmet, warrior, healer, protector of Ma'at, mistress of the Kundalini awakening. We invite you to join us in our circle. And we ask for your guidance as we quantum jump to our ideal timeline. Not lighting. So I've got a candle issue. I sorted it out earlier, but it's not it's not playing ball. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. Sure about that? Okay, so I'll get another one. Bear with me. Let's have down there then. Thank you. Okay. Apologies, Sekhmet, for the technical difficulties. Okay, Hathor is next. Hathor, you who are, Sekhmet, the universal love, peace, and joy, we invite you to join us in our circle, and we ask that you hold a safe space of love and joy for us as we quantum jump to our ideal timeline. We bid you hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Mannanon next. Mannanon, Lord of the other world, bearer of the silver-appled branch, we ask that you hear our call and join us in our circle. We ask that you hold the space for us as we quantum jump to our ideal timeline. And Lu, Shining One, Master of the Self, we ask that you shine your eternal light and guide us as we quantum jump to our ideal timeline. To you all, we bid you hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
And we ask for you all to witness our workings on this eve and to guide our minds and hearts, to bring us our own security, love, trust, peace and joy, our higher awareness, to go beyond the physical into deep wisdom and knowledge. Teach us the power to surrender with our heart to our heart. Teach us to release our fears and live in love and trust. To you all, we give our thanks. We pay you great reverence, and we bring you offerings of crystals, herbs, food from our table, and our words. A couple of breaths here. And just notice the energy that is surrounding you at this moment. So we're going to set the intention with the words, we are coming home. So we're going to do this from the inner to the outer. So we're going to whisper it first, and then we're going to say it, and then we're going to chant it. So when you're saying it, you're not quite, it's in between the whisper and the full chant, okay? So we're going to do each one of those 8 times. As we've had the infinity symbol all over the place, I might as well use the number 8 with the infinity symbol. Okay, we will begin. We are coming home. 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 Last one. We are coming home. So we're going to speak it. We are coming home. 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 Last one. We are coming home. And then we're going to chant it a little bit louder. We are coming home. 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 Okay. So with that intention set, we're going to go into the meditation. So what I'm doing, comfortable seated position, or if you are laying down, just make sure your knees are below your heart. So we're going to begin by taking 3 deep breaths into the belly. Breathing in. And letting that go. Breathing in. And letting that go. Breathing in. Before we get into the guided meditation, we're going to connect with Mother Earth and Father Sky. So I want you to imagine, to see the conduit moving from your hips all the way down. It's as wide as your hips, this conduit, and it moves all the way down through the earth, past the roots of the trees, past rock formations and bodies of water, all the way down to the center of the earth, whatever that may look like for you. And you are plugging into the energy at the center of the earth, which includes the earth star crystal. Again, this can look like whatever you perceive it to be. And with your next inhale, we're going to bring that energy all the way back up through that conduit, which is as wide as your hips. It's a large conduit. And we bring that all the way back up. through the conduit back into the body, all the way to your heart center. Feel that energy as you hold it there at your heart. With your next in-breath, we're taking that conduit up. So still that wide conduit all the way up, through the top of your head, up, through to the stratosphere, all the way up to the stars, farther sky. And we're going to bring that energy of the universe, the stars, all the way back down through the conduit back into your body. And the light can be whatever color. We're bringing that back down to your heart center. So you have these two energies now gathered at your heart center from Mother Earth and Father Sky. And we're just going to set up a rotation of energy. So both energy from Mother Earth and Father Sky coming down to your heart center at the same time. And they cross and they loop. And as they loop round to where the conduit comes out from the bottom of your body and out through the top, about a quarter of that energy goes back to the earth and back to Father Sky. So it comes up and down, loops around, and then a little bit goes back. But you have the majority of that energy circulating around your body. So once you've got that visualization, you've set that, then that will keep flowing. Every now and again, you might want to bring your attention back to that if you feel you need to. So bring your attention to your heart center and just feel that energy there. The expansive energy from Mother Earth and Father Sky. Breathing. And if you feel like you want to, you can bring your hands to your heart center. Feel that energy as it gathers at your heart. So we're going to activate of your chakras. Some of these you know, some of these you might not know, but that's okay. So I want you to bring your attention to about 1 foot below your feet. This is your earth chakra. The colour for this is like a reddy brown colour. So when we're activating these chakras, I want you to see like a pulse of energy, colour of the chakra, which activates, and then we move on to the next one. So we move reasonably quickly, okay? So see your earth chakra pulsing, below your feet. So that pulse, and then we're moving up to your root chakra, base of the spine, and the colour for this, it pulses red. Moving up the sacral chakra, which is around your navel area, and this chakra pulses orange. Moving up to the solar plexus, just below your ribs, and this chakra pulses yellow. Coming up to the heart center, right in the middle of your chest, and this chakra pulses a green color. Coming to the higher heart, which is where your thymus gland is, and this chakra pulses a turquoise color. Coming to the throat, and this chakra pulses a sky blue color. Bring your attention to your third eye, and this chakra pulses an indigo color. Bring your attention to the top of your head, your crown chakra, which pulses a violet color. And we're going to bring our attention to the back of the head. This is your causal chakra, or the altar major chakra. And this pulses a golden yellow color. Then bring your attention about 6 inches above your head. This is your soul star chakra. And this pulses like a grey pink color. And then about a foot above your head is the galactic gateway. And this pulses a golden color. It's the color of white gold. Take a couple of breaths here. And then we kind of move our attention back to the heart center. So with each inhale, we're going to do 3 of these. With each inhale, we're going to feel that energy at the heart center. And we're going to do 3 things. The first one is we're going to give that energy back to ourselves. The second one, we're going to send that energy to our loved ones in our vicinity. And then the third one, we're going to send that energy in an expansive way around this world that we live on. Are you ready? So we're going to breathe in. And then as you exhale, just feel that expansive energy bathing your whole being. Breathe in again. And this time sending that energy out to your loved ones in your vicinity. Breathe in one more time. Breathe in. And this time we're going to send that energy as a pulse with the exhale all around this world that we live on. bring your attention back to your heart. And I want you to see yourself in the center of your heart space. And in front of you, you can see a bank of switches. As you look around, you see labels underneath the switches. So with these switches, we are going to switch on the light in our DNA. And essentially what we are doing is we are activating the 12 strands of DNA that exist within our being. These extra 10 strands of DNA are the metaphysical strands of DNA that connect us to things like the universal wisdom, and they connect us to things like our soul, to our light bodies, all that amazing wisdom that is stored in this DNA is yours. So I want you to reach out your hand to the center of this bank of switches, and as you flick each switch in the middle of this board, you see and feel like a glowing, warm white light which begins to radiate out from your heart. And then as you slowly switch on the next row of switches, you see and feel this warm, white, glowing light switch on. From that center place and then expand out. So the more switches you flick, the more that light expands out into your body. So it starts at the heart and then expands out to fill your torso. It moves down your arms to your hands and your fingers and your fingernails. It moves down through your hips and your legs, all the way down to your ankles, your feet, your toes and your toenails. And it moves up through your neck to fill your head with light. And then this glowing white light begins to radiate out of your body like you are your own sun. You are your own star. You are a source of light. Feel and see this light as it radiates out from the very center of your being. And then I want you to zoom in on just one area of your body. All the way down to what's called the cellular level, where you see rivers light moving through your body at this cellular level. Rivers of pulsating, warm, white, glowing light. It's in every single cell of your body and is carried around in your blood to every part of your being. Coming back to your heart center. And I want you to call upon your higher self. If you have a name that has been shared by your higher self, so this would be the name of your higher self, you can use that name to call upon this aspect of you. Call on them now. And we are also going to call on the deities to witness and guide as is needed as we journey in this meditation. So repeat after me. Hecate. We ask that you hold a safe space of protection. And we ask that you light the way with your torches. As we journey the void. Ariane Rod. We ask that you light the way as we weave our journey through the stars. Sekhmet. We ask that you hold the safe space of protection and healing as we journey
through the void.
Hathor. We ask that you hold a safe space of universal love, peace and joy as we journey through the void. Mananon. We ask for you to wash away any and all the flotsam which comes to the surface, clearing as we journey through the void. Lu. We ask you to hold a safe space and shine the light of your complete self-mastery as we journey through the void. We ask you all
as we follow the pole star.
As we follow the pole star,
We ask
We
we
ask
ask
that you witness
that you
that you
witness
witness
journey
this journey
this journey
as we move up
as we move
towards
towards
the galactic gateway chakra. We
Yeah,
move through the
safe
void.
stuff.
The void space is blackness. It is infinite possibilities. It's where every possible thing begins and ends. It is the quantum. It is unlimited. As you're moving through the void, you see in the distance a faint light, pulsing light, which is glowing white, dancing with different colors. It grows brighter and bigger. This is the pole star, Polaris, the North Star, the still point, and it is guiding you. This is your true north, the balance, which all else revolves around. You keep moving towards this light, tying your knots in your thread as you need to. Keep focused on the light. The light is what guides you. The pulsating light of Polaris is your guide. The light of this supergiant is becoming brighter and brighter. Until you find yourself staring at this gigantic yellow supergiant. And you bathe in its glow. As you look around, the glow of Polaris is magnificent. The sound it emits is relaxing. You take a deep breath in. And let it out with a sigh. You take a deep breath in.
Where is your attention? There's both space and void all around you. On both sides of you. Sense it. Connect to it. And now in this moment I want you to think about a perfect reality. A reality for you. The reality that is whatever you want it to be, whatever you want to accomplish, possess, own, discover, experience, whatever you want. I want you to become it as if it's already happened. Right now, in this moment, I want you to feel it. I want you to smell it. I want you to see it. I want you to do the things that you would do if you've already achieved it. I want you to feel it in every way. Make it holographic, 360 degrees in every shape. Create it. Make it perfect. You to feel the vibration of it. Feel it down all the way into every organ in your body. Sense the pulsation, the light vibration, the sound vibration, the emotional vibration. Feel the energies coagulating and merging, the quantum coherence of particles undulating, vibrating in a perfect resonance to this reality. would you be thinking? What would you be doing? I want you to feel it. I want you to build this up. I want you to magnify it 10 times, 20 times. Make it big, bright, powerful. Feel it. And before you now, I've created a large doorway that stands before you. It is now automatically opening up and sliding open, and on the other side is a version of you, the version in the reality that it has already happened. I simply want you to walk in, take the body, take the mind, become that reality, and just keep on going. For once you cross this door, there's no going back. You will become this reality. Whatever happens beyond this, whatever things happen in the universe that try to tell you that it didn't happen, that's just a little part of your mind that is scared of the idea that you can completely change your reality. But be prepared. If you walk through this door, there's no going back. You are quantum jumping into this reality. You can always come back, but you have to do this again. So be ready. Accept the body, accept the thoughts. Everything will be perfect for you. Make it perfect. Find it. Find the perfect one. And go through the door now.
The brain, impulse, galvanoscope, record, and transfer.
With respect, Mike, I find it hard to believe that it has the capability you describe.
It has, Sam. You'll see.
Relax completely.
entirely in a separate place. You are now in this reality. I want you to feel it, for there is no doubt. This is no wish. You are this reality now. Be grateful and joyful. Make it perfect. You are reborn. You are new. You are powerful. You are free. You are free. Thank you for joining me on this 10-minute quantum jump. Email me if you ever want to at media@advancedsuccessinstitute.com. If you need coaching, go to advancedsuccessinstitute.com. All episodes of The Reality Revolution are at therealityrevolution.com. It's been a joy to share this time with you. It's my favorite thing. I hope the spark has been lit inside of you and that you love this new reality, this new fantastic reality. Welcome to the Reality Revolution.
Run past the rivers, run past all the lights. Feel it crashing and burning till it all collides. Strike a match, light the fire, shining up the sky. As it all comes down, as it all comes down, as it all comes down to the sound. The sound of the wind is whispering in your ears. Can you feel it coming back? The smoke, the coke, keep running till we're there. We're coming home now, we're coming home now. The sound of the wind is whispering in your ears. Can you feel it coming back? Keep running till we're there. Go over the words. We're coming home now, we're coming home now. We'll be crying. Hear the voices. Hear the voices. We'll be crying out loud. As it all comes down, like that bit. As it all comes down, as it all comes down to the sound. Woo! The sound of the wind is whispering in your ears. Can you feel it coming back? The warmth of the cold keep running till we're there. We're coming home now, we're coming home now. The sound of the wind is whispering in your ears. Can you feel it coming back? The warmth of the cold keep running till we're there. Woo! We're coming home now, we're coming home now. We are coming home, 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 we
We are coming home. We are coming home. We are coming home.
The sound
We are coming home. Sound of the wind is whispering in your ear. Can you feel it coming back? To the walk, to the road, keep running till we're there. Woo-ha! We're coming home now. We're coming home now. Sound of the wind is whispering in your ear. Can you feel it coming back? To the walk, to the road, keep running till we're there. Woo! We're coming home now. We're coming home now. Woo! Woo!
Boom, 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 boom.
Boom. Oh, where's it gone? I've lost the
I don't
screen.
know.
I don't really know. Wee. Let me just do some grounding now. So just closing the eyes and grounding into this new reality. Roots go down into the earth. Roots go down into the earth. Go down into the earth. Roots 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 go down into the earth.
The roots go down into the earth.
Okay. We're going to thank Devoke and close. Mananon and Lou. We thank you for joining us on this magical eve. We thank you for your guidance and for lending us your energy. Stay if you will, go if you must. We bid you hail and welcome.
And farewell.
And farewell, even.
Hell and farewell.
Okay. Sekhmet Hathor, we thank you, as always, for your guidance, your wisdom, and for joining us on this magical eve of quantum jumping. Stay if you will, go if you must. We bid you hail and farewell this time.
And farewell.
Hecate Arianrod, we thank you, as ever, for your wisdom, your guidance, for lighting the way, especially through this particular time. We thank you for lending us your energy. Stay if you will, go if you must. We bid you hail and farewell.
And farewell.
Elementals, earth, air, fire, water. Oops. We thank you for joining us. Oops. For this magical full moon before Yule. And we thank you for lending us your energy. Leave from us here. Return to thy sphere. We bid you hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell.
Okay, so we're going to close the circle. So we're going to go in a Widdershins direction. And I want you to imagine this fire circle is gradually moving back into you, because that is where it came from. And then it moves from you back down through your body, back down into the earth, this blue flame. May the circle be open but unbroken. May the god and the goddess be ever in your heart. Merry meet and merry part and merry meet again. Where's the doggy gone? He's disappeared. He's asleep under the blanket. He is asleep and he's not coming out. Where's that dog gone? He is fast asleep. He's not even coming out to say woof.
Woof. It's a dead for him, isn't it?
Hey?
Let's do it for him. I'm tired.
He's like, doink.
Mm.
He's gone.
So we're here in the front room and we're waiting for the dog to come out. It's very exciting.
Oh, and he's
movement.
woken up, he's
There
moved his
is
head,
movement.
and he's sticking his nose out, and he's sticking his tongue
There's
out.
movement. He's sticking his tongue out. Alright, so head witch, what do you think of that?
I think it's a very lazy dog we've got over there, actually. It should have come out, and it should have helped close the circle. I'm
Yes.
very disappointed.
And what do you think of him as a familiar?
I think he's probably having a day off.
It looks like it, doesn't it?
Yes, it definitely looks like he's having a day off. He's not even come out to greet us.
No greetings here. So signing off from the front room, and we'll see you next time. Hopefully with the familiar.
Hopefully with the familiar.
Where is he?
He's under the blanket, right in front of us. He's just like, I'm not
I'm
fucking
fine.
coming out. Fuck off.
Oh, tired. Oh, bloody tired. I am, mate.
These three were literally on top of us the whole time.
Really? Oh,
Oh, they're so cute.
they are very cute.
They're so cute.
Oh, bless them.
All
Oh,
three of them
wow.
felt the need to be touching me.
Ah, that's because you're their mummies, see? So they've got to be with their mummies, haven't they? Can't not. Oh, you're up now, are you? You're up now.
Uh-huh. There he is.
Already. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, put it in. You have to turn it up to 150. This dog is licking my foot. He's like, Mummy, I love you. I'm going to lick your foot for you. Crazy dog. It's in a really odd position as well. Go on then, lick my foot if you must.
And that was awesome. I felt like I was fucking levitating.
Yeah, it's wicked, isn't it? Yeah.
I mean, I was laying down and there was a spot in there where it was literally like I could not feel the floor underneath me. It was just, that was.
Everything just falls away. It's mad. He's good, isn't he, Brian Scott? He's very good. I mean, we put the extra bits on, mashed in the bits from Joe 90 in there and the bit at the end. But yeah, because there's a whole yeah, because he does a very long quantum jump, which is like an hour long. But he did this 10-minute one, which was quite amazing. So yeah, we thought we'd mash that up with some other stuff, and we've done that a few times. Eh?
You don't want to rush them,
No. Yeah, but he's really, really good. He's brilliant, Brian Scott. What are you doing, Smurf? He's determined to lick my foot.
I need a pin. I need a pin. Oh. Gotta write this down.
So how do you both feel?
I feel awesome.
Pumped. It's like, yeah, come on, bring it on. Wee-ha. What are you doing, Smurfer? Give me a kiss then. Thank you, good boy. Can I move my leg now? Thank you.
So I got a message,
Oh.
and I don't know what language this is in.
Oh, wow.
And this happened right before we went in to the bits that were not you when we were going toward the pole star.
Yeah.
Right about the same time that I was seeing this like tenderly looking.
Oh, wow.
Not sure exactly what kind of being that was Nini Naha Numahami.
Might be Hebrew, maybe. Although it sounds a little bit Native American, maybe. It does sound a little Hebrew-y though. It sounds, yeah, there's like a Hebrew little.
That's what it looks like. Because I actually saw the spelling.
Nini Nahal.
Numahami.
Numahami. Well, those
It
first
didn't
two
sound
words,
Native American.
those first two words look French, because ni is birth, is born or birth. I haven't got the others aren't French though, so that's really interesting. Light language, it could be light language.
Okay.
So I suppose the question to ask would be, what was the feeling you got when you heard those words? You could try and plug it into Google Translator.
That's what I'm doing.
Ah, cool. That would be mad if it comes up with a word, because I've had that before when spirits give me a message and I'm like, I don't know what that word means. Put it in and it's come out, it's an actual fucking word. I'm like, holy fuck. That's mad.
Okay.
Oh, yes, please. Cup is in the cupboard, actually, funny enough.
Right.
It's having a rest in the cupboard.
Huh.
Get anything?
No. It pulled up Hami as a prefecture level city in eastern Xinjiang, Xinjiang, China.
Ah, yeah.
My
Yeah, it
tablet.
could be Chinese, maybe.
I'm gonna have to figure this out. I don't know. I got the feeling that it was like really good. But I distinctly got that it was a message. Fucking
Wow.
message was.
Yeah. Give me a message I can understand, for fuck's sake. Why are they always cryptic, these messages? That's what I want to know. So it might be Chinese.
Knee. It finally gave me a meaning for that when it actually let me put the little symbol in after it. It says use the word when you refer to a person's origin, birth name.
Yeah.
It comes from the French feminine past participle of naître, to be born.
So that's in there twice, isn't it?
To be born, to be born.
Rebirth. Because it's in there twice. Michelle got a message. We're trying to decipher it because it's not in English. Bloody spirit. Giving us languages we can't decipher, easily.
You want the freedom timer?
Naha meaning in the Bible means to wail or lament.
All right.
Is that yes or no?
Yeah, do it for half an hour. And then when you put the rice on, then that'll all be ready together.
I can't believe that these words actually have a meaning.
What you got? Take my tea.
That's all right. Have you got the message or what?
We're just deciphering it. We've got the first two words were ni, as in N-E-E with an accent on it. So that's French, which means birth. So that suggests to me that because basically that's what we've done in that meditation.
Yeah,
and this was
amazing.
So Michelle got this message when we were before we handed over to Mr. Brian Scott. That's when we got the message.
Interesting.
So before we went into the full quantum jump, we got this message. Yeah, I love it. So cool.
Maybe Ian will recognize some of them.
Might do.
Nini Naha Numahami.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, that sounds Hawaiian, that end bit, Numahami.
Hawaiian, yeah. It's a possibility.
The only one what I know is Ho'oponopono. And I think No, I Love You. I don't know what that was.
I don't know. So good asking me.
Well, it's very, because it's, I mean, the Hawaiian stuff is all around the sea, volcanoes, the big volcano.
Yeah.
Very shamanic nature, very warrior-like to some degree. And also, I mean, Ho'oponopono is interesting in the sense of you're connecting with everything at that level.
Yeah.
So you're as one with everything. So you're thanking the chair, whatever it is that you're interacting with. Yeah, so it could be that. Say that again, Misha?
Nini Nuha Numahami.
Could be. I suppose counteracting the what could even be a password into this new realm that you're in.
I like that. Secret password.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. That's very cool.
Or even the language of this where we are.
Mm.
Where we've landed.
Oh wow.
Well,
That's pretty radical. It's the language of the place we've landed. Oh my god, what would they speak the lingo?
well, isn't it true when you go to a different country, they speak a different language?
They do.
Or at least a different accent.
Yeah.
And that's quite. I mean, they even speak a different accent over the river there.
Yeah, they do.
In Essex.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, it depends on your feeling, where your feelings actually, and what resonates with you as well, Michelle. It's got to resonate with you, dear.
And you know, when you speak it, Michelle, it's like it's natural coming out of your. It seems natural for you to speak it.
Yeah. Nini Naha Numahami.
Yeah. Might even be Mintarkan.
Oh, it's got an avatar filter as well, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, and they were blue, weren't they? They were blue and they lived in Eden.
Well, they're blue and they had, they were big as well, they were giants.
Yeah, they were giants.
Mm. So I was looking at giants today, briefly. There's a guy, it's just a load of photographs of these giant people. Oh, we've got one in our stand in the park.
Yeah, we have.
Linda's, that could be their language. That could be their, I'm saying giants, that could be their language. Just got a little snippet of that. Because in that video, the reason I watched that, I mean, I'm connected to this guy anyway, but what, you know, when you're looking at videos, you go, oh, that's an interesting title. Yeah, they call it clickbait. I don't like that. It sounds like sort of stripper or something, isn't it? And it said that the giants are coming back.
Wow.
So, oh, I'll click on that and let me have a look at that. I didn't really get it actually because it was just showing photographs of giants, like actual photographs of these giant people all over the world.
Wow.
Yeah, huge people. You only got to look at a basketball team. So, I mean, they could be activated into their language, especially if you got that gene. Because what was the other thing we were talking about yesterday about a world of little people? What was we watching?
Oh, that was the North Pole, wasn't it? It was a Crimbo movie.
Yeah, we were saying that. I don't know what we were saying now. What was we saying? Well, I was saying I was rabbiting on as usual.
Well, at the North Pole, if you take it that the elves are.
Oh, that was it. Yeah, the North Pole was melting. That was the film, wasn't it? For some reason, I don't know why it was melting.
I'm not sure. I think I
Oh,
fell
because
asleep.
he was changing, wasn't it? It was a Whoopi Goldberg thing, actually. And I thought that was interesting because the North Pole is off limits.
Yeah.
And then it just occurred to me, I thought, well, that's where he lives. He lives in a place that's off limits. Because where did that come from? And then I started thinking, well, where's that coming from? What's that? And then I'm thinking, well, it's a shining one. He lives with small people. Elves.
And he's a giant in their world.
Yeah, elves who make toys. And it's all about love and universal love. And he's a giant with a giant. Just that A1, he's with his wife, obviously. Because that doesn't make sense, does it? Little people, elves.
Okay.
Hey?
So, to be born, to lament, a king of Rome to protect.
A king of
Rome to protect. That's what it says. If you break it down word by word, it says to be born, to lament, a king of Rome to protect.
Well, I mean, the only reference, they didn't have kings, did they? They had emperors. There's Solomon.
Yeah, but this might be before because they were pagan. So who was the king? Who was the head god of Rome?
Well, that was the two brothers. Because there's stories founded on that, isn't it? The two wolves, isn't it?
I don't know, babe.
I've got my phone. It's something and something.
To be born, to lament the king of Rome to protect.
Could you just Google the founders of Rome, the story, please?
Romulus.
Yes, sir.
Romulus and Remus. That's right.
Thank you. Forget that. Cancel that. That's right. So they're the founders of Rome.
What the fuck?
What is it?
I'm just sitting here going, why did I get this?
Yeah.
I guess I'm going to have to research Romulus.
Well, I mean, if you go with, there were a lot of kings involved in the whole, and Rome was always there or thereabouts. Like, for example, like Jesus, he was crowned the king of Christians. And there's, what's his name? Herod. There's Solomon. I think Solomon just before that, isn't it?
I don't know.
Who's the king that was brought to Caesar? He was the king of the French.
I don't know.
Okay, listen to this. This is after a long and successful rule, Romulus died under obscure circumstances. Many Romans believed he was changed into a god and worshipped him as the deity Quirinus, Quirinus.
Never heard of that one. That's new.
That's not far away from us, is it? It's not far away.
Smith, what are you doing?
Is it? I just find it interesting that Rome was founded on that story.
Yeah. There we go.
But
Crazy
certainly,
cockerel.
I mean, I suppose what I take from the Roman thing is kings are made by Rome under very difficult circumstances. If you think of the story of Jesus as a narrative, you know, he was oppressed, he was enslaved, he was abused. It's kind of what's going on at the moment. But eventually he became the king. He was crowned the king by the Romans. They said, well, you want to be a king? We'll crown you with the crown of thorns.
Yeah, charming.
No, but the point is that he overcomes the thing with his faith in what he believes in.
Oh, okay. Christ consciousness.
But he's not the only king that's affected by
To
it.
be born, to lament. So if you take the King of Rome to be Christ consciousness, because they crowned him, didn't they? They did that. They put the crown of thorns
Yeah,
on
they
his
did
head.
it in a sarcastic way.
So could it mean Christ consciousness? So we're protecting that unity consciousness.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
They're so bloody cryptic, aren't they? God damn it.
What's interesting about that story, it's almost like the Romans were like, we're not really that interested. Yeah. And when they got a little bit interested with Pontius Pilate, it's like, well, you know, if he wants to be the king of the Jews, we'll let him. So we'll ask the Jews, do you want him as the king or not? And they went, no. So they were, well, we're crowning him, and just put the thorns on his head, and we're going to crucify you. Because that's what your brothers and sisters want. So it's almost, I don't know, it's like a king is born from this adversity. And I find that fascinating.
To be born, to lament, the King of Rome to protect.
This sounds like some kind of Nostradamus shit.
But what's interesting is the Romans crowned him.
Yeah.
And that has karma. Because Rome is now the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
Because they were infected, for want of a better word, by the God Squad, to some degree. But anyway, like the early ideas of Christianity, which is, there's a kind of purity to that, you know, it's kind of, a lot of it makes sense, especially with his teachings and that. But that's fascinating, the karma thing, because they crowned him. So I don't know if the Jews, they knew that. A bit like the Druids taking on the Catholic Church when they were pushed into Ireland, where they went, right, we're not fighting them anymore, we're just going to incorporate them into our Druidship. So there are a lot of the Roman Catholic, well, according to Thomas Sheridan, a lot of the Roman Catholic priests are Druids.
You know what's really interesting as well is I kept getting, when I was doing this meditation, there was a little sneaky bit that was still in there about bloody, I'm going to have to delete that bit about knots. That was like, that sneaked in there, that did. But when I was doing that, it was really, I got a visual of that we've created a pathway. So if anyone else does this meditation or something similar, they've got a path. They have a path now to where we're going, home.
But the thing about Hiram,
It was like a comet, like blazing its trail. I'm like, whoa, that's pretty mad.
The thing about hierarchy keys, because I think they're essentially Solomon's keys to some degree, like metaphysical keys.
Mm.
And what happens is they're not very much like Indiana Jones, this kind of idea of searching for the impossible. Because remember the thing I wrote down in my book?
Remind me.
Oh.
You asked me, and I don't know.
Usually,
I didn't write it in your book.
well, no, you got a bloody good memory. No, I was writing my book. Dare to think the impossible.
Dare to think the impossible. Okay, yeah, I'm on board with that.
And I'd written underneath, I have a birthright to speak my truth, as do you. I have a birthright to body autonomy, as do you. I love my birthright to make the best and free and conscious choices in regards to my personal beliefs, decisions, and actions, my life, as do you. I respect your choices for you, and you respect my choices for me. Even if we disagree, this is called a symbiotic relationship. That's what's written. But the essential thing is dare to think the impossible. And that's essentially what a hierarchy is, because you don't know how to get through that dot apart from a hierarchy.
Mm.
So it's like if you when you've not experienced something before, and it's quite profound. I don't know. Well, if you've never experienced someone dying before, that you know, or you're close to that, there's always a first time for that. You know, oh, bloody hell.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a hierarchy. That's a new dimension, a new perspective, a new what do I call it? A new narrative, a new perception.
Mm.
But when you get it, it's very profound. It's like your whole life changes.
Yeah.
If that mind me saying, I remember Misha was talking about when she met her partner.
Mm.
It was like, oh, it must have changed your life dramatically. And that's a hierarchy. It's a completely different perspective.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, so when you met me, you must have had the same thing, didn't you?
That's right, Malcolm. When I met you, I thought, oh my God, he's wearing his abundance pants. And my whole life changed forever.
But it's very profound. And I suppose you can get that with a painting sometimes. When you start out with a painting, you think, oh, this is good, this is nice. And then when you finish it, and the following day or a couple of days later, you look at it and think, geez, did I paint that?
Mm.
And there's a shift there. I wouldn't say that's a full, the same as a relationship, but certainly, as a relationship, it completely changes your world. And it's completely different. And that's a perception shift. That's a jump. That's a timeline jump.
Yeah.
And it's subtle as well.
Mm.
Because you just don't think what's gonna. You can't, because it's not arrived yet.
Yeah.
I mean, all you can really sort of say is, oh, it's going to be amazing. But you don't know that until you start experiencing it, and then you get that feedback to say, wow, this is very cool, whatever it might be within that relationship. But certainly, I'd say the equivalent, I suppose, would be death when you lose someone. that we're very close to. I think age is also another hierarchy as you go through those different stages in your life, where you look back and you're a teenager, you think, goodness me, that I've completely changed from that particular time. And you're not sure quite how that's occurred. Essentially, you're not any different as a person. But obviously that you are, but you don't, it's not, it's very subtle, isn't it? It's a subtle change as you're going along.
Yeah.
Or well, the pandemic is a great, great example of that. That's a huge timeline jump, isn't it? Yeah. 2 years ago, we weren't doing what we're doing now. And when you look, I mean, it feels. When I think about that, sometimes it feels like we went through a door and sort of emerging into something new, and that's what I find very exciting and quite profound. A bit like Romulus, and because they didn't know that, they didn't know Rome was going to be what it is today. Because everyone's going to remember Rome, aren't they?
To be born to lament. The king, I'm never going to forget these words, you know. The king of Rome to protect. So we've changed reality.
Now, we could also read that a different way.
Yeah.
That could also be to be born, to lament a king of Rome to protect. Not to protect a king of Rome, but to lament a king of Rome.
But there are no kings of Rome that I'm aware of. There are only emperors.
Yeah, but you've only got to look outside your front door to know that Rome is still fucking here. We wrote a song about it, didn't we?
New World Order, not yet.
And it said New World Order.
It's everywhere. It is fucking everywhere outside. Even the buildings that are square. We didn't have square buildings before they came along and started building fucking square buildings.
I would still go with the Jesus Christ, the Christ consciousness, because he is the only person that was crowned as king by Rome, and they crowned him. They thought they were taking being sarcastically. If you look at karma, the repercussions of that, and what's really interesting is you have the Roman Catholic Church right up to this day. They don't respect the Christ consciousness, not in a million years, not everyone within that thing. I mean, I'm sure there's lots of people. Well, I've listened to lots of Christians who are quite disgusted with modern Christianity, and they try to practice the original teachings.
Well, here they're trying to damn the Christians.
So the lament part could be because Rome is falling. Again. We're protecting, so by protecting the Christ consciousness, that will bring about the fall of Rome.
Yeah, because I got the sense that was not the whole thing. I got right as I was getting that is when we went into the other part, and it was like, whoa. Because that was when it felt like I was like lifting up.
Yeah. Or when we were in the void. Well, just in front of the pole star.
Yeah. Did you when you were looking at the pole star, did you see anything weird? Because mine was all like, it had like tendrils. There was all kinds of just like tendrils coming out of it.
I didn't get tendrils. I do know. I got, and I always know that is a happening when I get really, really fucking cold I'm sitting in bloody snow or something. I get really cold, and I got all kinds of. I'm getting it now. Stop walking on my head. It's like I'm getting that in my hair. Like, ooh, stop it.
I've got like you know, like a shadow going across disco lights, you know, all different pulsing,
Yeah.
pulsing colours, like briefly saying it.
Yeah.
A bit like tendrils, not different to that. I didn't see them as tendrils, but they could have been tendrils.
Well, when you look at how, I mean, our sun is 5 times smaller than Polaris, but when it does its, when you look at it like the coronal mass ejections, they are like tendrils. That's what it looks like. It looks like it's reaching out and doing, like, going hi.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
Like this.
Wow.
Well, I mean, the demiurge is very much that, like the higher consciousness that we got from me.
Oh, I drew that picture, didn't I? Which
yeah.
was all like
tendrils.
From it's kind of here, from the third eye, your home, your third eye home, if you like. It's just a weird way of describing it.
Yes.
But yeah, and just like all these tendrils, like everywhere.
You see, once again, I think that's very profound, because I don't know of any other king that was crowned, because I was always crowned as emperors.
Yeah.
Because they were a republic, a bit like America.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so they don't have kings. That's the. What's really interesting was she was watching the Kensington Ghost yesterday, and it's really funny actually, because it's a family of Americans that come and they want to rent
a castle. They want to rent a castle.
And they're very modern Americans, aren't they? This is at the turn of the century, so they're Victorians. And they, it's quite funny because it's like it's nothing to them. It's like, oh, it's a ghost. We want a ghost. And they don't take him seriously, and he tries his hardest. It's David Niven is the actor in what was that, 1975. And he tries different things to frighten them. But essentially what the story is in the end, he's murdered his wife, who he was in love with, and the brothers lock him in a room to, well, essentially he dies of starvation and deprivation. And he is walking the castle. There's a bit of a joke in it where he gets right to the bottom of his
ghostly box of tricks.
Box of tricks. And he says, oh, well, I have to do it. I have to go around the house and I have to shake chains and I have to wow. And he does it in a very kind of,
shake chains. Shake chains. Do I have to? I'll be like a teenager.
But the American daughter, she's a real romantic. And she is falling in love with the Duke, isn't it, who lives next door. And there's a purity about her. And he has to have a pure soul. And he goes through a portal, they go through to the portal into the void.
Into the void. And
in that void, she then releases him so he can rest in peace. And then I think the end of the play, they bury him, don't they? They give him proper burial and stuff like that, because he's locked in the room. They find the room, and but what's really interesting is that the husband, because they shoot forward to when she's married to the Duke, and he says that a wife should not keep any secrets from her husband. What did you experience in the void? And she says,
I can't remember what she said.
I can't tell you that. The Cantonville Ghost said to me, not to, because it would break the spell,
Yeah.
not to say what she experienced. So she has to keep it secret. And she's very apologetic because she doesn't want to upset her husband. But she says, I can't do that. And he accepts it, and that's fine.
Mm.
What am I talking about now?
I don't
know.
The void?
No, it wasn't the void. It was.
We were talking about tendrils.
Have you ever seen the movie It's a Wonderful Life?
Yeah.
Yeah, love that film.
You know, I just noticed the other day when I was watching it, when it starts out and Joseph is talking, have you ever noticed that they're planets?
Yeah.
Yes, the stars, aren't they? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had never paid attention to that.
Yeah, it's very cool.
I was like, damn, it's Saturn and Jupiter.
There's another very good film, the one with David Niven, you know, where he's a pilot and he crashes. And the angel doesn't quite get to him in time. So he meets a girl who's on the beach. She comes and sort of says, saves him, oh, you're right, and stuff. And she takes him back home and she nurses him and everything. And then the angel catches up with him and says, you've got to come now. And he goes, well, no, I've just fallen in love. There's no way. He says, no, you have to come, you have to come. And then there's a big court case in the interpretation of heaven, where they call all the, and it's like you can have your own lawyers. And he has George Washington as his lawyer. Do you believe that? Yeah.
What's that called?
We got it on video. Yeah.
Can't remember what it's called.
When we find out what it's called, we'll send it to you, because that's lovely. What's that though? The Cantonville Ghost is a really good. It's on YouTube, Michelle. The reason I was talking about it, has come back to me, is that the bottom line here, no matter where you go, is universal love, because that's the energy that's coming in. And it makes sense to me about the Christ consciousness.
Yeah.
That, that's about universal love. You know, and they're just words, but the two things are the same thing. It's a high frequency, high frequency of universal love, which is your natural state of being, which is what a hierarchy is, because we're kind of searching around to find something, an essence of what we should be, but we were that already, which is kind of what the Buddha teaches as well. And we just have to let go to that, which is kind of what a higher the jump is into, well, for me, into the void. So it doesn't matter what you get in that void or what timeline you jump to, you're always going to be universal love in its purest sense, or your pure self. And that sounds a bit boring, but it's not. It's the most interesting.
Sounds a bit boring.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Because there's nothing attached to it. There's no tendrils attached to it. You know, there's no, nothing is in this high frequency like universal love. But it is the most fascinating and interesting journey that you'll ever take, because it's going back to you. But you have to let go to that. It's like as soon as you start thinking about it, it disperses. If you like, you are crucifying yourself. Once you come down into your heart, it's easy. You're in a state of bliss at all times. And we know that with the bubbers. They're in a state of bliss. Once you reach that high frequency, and the tendrils tend to fall off.
Your tendrils fall off.
Yeah.
Did your tendrils fall off, Malcolm?
Yeah. and that's the beauty. It's not, because we're not these bodies. We're not these personalities. are pure bliss. This is one aspect of our, that's why it's so interesting. This is one aspect of our personality. We've got endless and endless and endless kinds of personalities. And we know that, and that's what acting is all about. And the persona in magic, as a magical practitioner, you take on a persona. In this lifetime, wife, father, son, daughter, worker, nurse, fireman, Robert Deities.
Woofy.
Yeah, woofy. Yeah. But like subtle ones, like the listener, the talker, the performer, it's vast, it's huge. And that's the metaphysics. The metaphysics, which goes back to the Romulus and Remus thing again, because they didn't know that Rome would. They founded Rome, but they didn't know it would be what it is, what it would become.
Yeah.
They didn't know that, and that's kind of what I think the jump is about. We don't know what this new place we've landed in is going to become. You got a bit of that there, Mrs.
So I just think it's fascinating. It's like, wow.
And that's just a layer. That's just a layer, right? Because we're always doing layers. Because there are other kings involved in that whole. Because Rome has a start point, and it hasn't finished. Because we still have the Roman Catholic Church, we still have Rome itself, although some of it is crumbled. We still have their historical, like the concrete, their ideas, their ideologies, and so on. So it's not finished by a long chalk. I mean, look at Washington, for example. It's Rome. It's based on Rome. It looks like Rome. Like the Capitol Hill looks like something out of Rome itself. I'm sure Caesar would be quite happy in there. Julia.
Starting to look like more like Rome over here too.
Yeah.
We're now arresting people at Applebee's and the Cheesecake Factory in New York for people eating in their restaurant not being vaccinated.
Fucking hell. I'm arresting you for eating cheesecake.
Well, and Dum Dum's got a speech on
It's like Monty Python. It really is.
It is. It's like a Monty Python sketch.
Let me get my coconuts.
I know what I would have said. Can I just finish my cheesecake first?
Can I take that to go, please?
Yeah, a lot of places over here won't even let you order out now. They won't let you eat, and they won't let you eat on the outside parts of the restaurant.
That's insane.
We got a mass exiting of the military.
Oh my god. That's crackers.
I think when it's all over, I think you're gonna have to have a serious look at it. At the ideology. Definitely. Because it's just ridiculous, isn't it? It doesn't make sense, does it? The only place I can, it's just ludicrous, and that's exactly where I end up in Monty Python. I think it's hilarious. It's just weird. It's just like you don't know how to react to it apart from laugh at it. It's just, ludicrous.
They're starting to make me a little bit nervous because I heard your Boris say the other day that they had pretty much exercised all of their non-pharmaceutical options that they could exercise over there. And Biden is supposed to give a speech Tuesday regarding something that they're not saying what around this new variant thing, which is a common fucking cold is all it is.
Wow.
But
They
I
like
think,
making speeches, though, don't they? It's like so
I,
full of their own self-importance.
I think as long as we hold, because this is a parallel thing. It's
Yeah, Smurf.
I mean, one of the biggest things that's coming out of this, which is parallel, is your spirituality and holding on to your humanity and your freedom, because they go
You don't
together.
even have religious exemptions from taking the vaccine.
I think that I don't know why, but I just get a really strong feeling that around sometime in September of next year, something over here is going to break.
I think, yeah. Is that your feeling there?
Like August, September, right in there. I think something is going to jump off over here next year, because they're pushing you. You got to take into consideration, that at least probably 2/3 of this country is Christian. It's still the predominant religion, and they're pushing it. They're not allowing for like religious exemptions for this thing. They're not.
Wow.
I watched a video where the Pentagon issued a statement this morning that soldiers, their dog tags, a lot of the soldiers wear, like, they'll have like a Bible verse or something on their dog tags, and they said they can't have that anymore.
Why not?
Because somebody called in and complained.
It's offensive.
It's offensive.
This I've got a soldier in front of me, and he's wearing his dog tags, and I've taken exception to the Bible verse. Well, you must have got they must have got really close to a soldier to be able to read that.
They're
and
they had a complaint. They do this wreath thing, wreaths across America, where for like a week right now, they'll place Christmas wreaths on soldiers' graves, and
yeah, they do here. Yeah.
Some of them have been told to stop that because somebody finds it offensive.
Okay. Well, that right there is your pushback. That's your pushback, because you can push people so far.
That's crackers.
And if you've got heroes who they've given their lives for
for their country.
For what they believe in.
Yeah.
That's your pushback right there. I don't even think if they're doing that now, I don't even think they'll get to September, because that's just
crazy.
That's just it's disrespectful.
Mm.
And that's your humanity right there, because you got in any place in the world, if you are at war, there has to be peace after it. All soldiers know that. They have to go and they know they have to go and do that, but they couldn't do that indefinitely. Could not do that indefinitely. So you have to have peace, and that's your humanity. That's why soldiers, they have to keep their humanity while they're doing what they're doing. Otherwise, they would not survive a whole experience. And that's why they are respected like that. That's why they are given those spaces where they honour their comrades and what because it's a unique experience. Certainly
they're getting dishonorably discharged over here now because they've refused to take that vaccine.
Wow.
They're not giving them a general discharge. They're dishonorably discharging them. Which means they won't be able to get a decent job. They won't be able to draw anything. Somebody that had 15, 20 years in there, if they've been dishonorably discharged, they're not going to be eligible to draw a pension off of that now.
Well, I mean, we've been talking about this idea of what government is in the last week or so. And, all government is basically administration. That's all it is. It's no more than that. They don't organise infrastructure or anything. Sorry.
We don't
They
have
don't
governments
build the-
anymore. We have corporations.
Yes. So
Yep.
the idea of government, we were saying this is complete overreach for essentially an office. So it's essentially a manager and its secretaries and its
Minions.
typing pool, overreaching into people's lives, and the same here in our country, Michelle. So I think that's what's going to happen. I think people are going to wake up to that and say, right, get on with your job, organise the taxes that we're all paying, give it to the right people, that's the vulnerable, and the people that need that help, and get on with it. And if you don't, then you're going to be dismantled. And we're going to do it in a different way. And I think how far you're going to push people. And we'll see what that does. And I think that's what the Romulus and Remus thing is all about to some degree, because, that's how Rome came about. That's how it was built. And, all the great, if you go through history, at some point they rise up and then they drop back down again. And it don't last for that long. And, once you get one of the things about Rome, actually, Michelle, which is really interesting, you probably know this, is when the Caesars would, Caesar in particular himself, would go off and they'd have a huge battle and they'd always promise the soldiers land. And when he came back, they wouldn't give him the land. So they basically held Rome to ransom.
Yeah.
And that's when Caesar marched into Rome and became emperor, which the elite didn't like him, not for that. And what's interesting about that is it was the soldiers that dictated where Rome went, because if they didn't have the protection from the soldiers, then Rome would fall instantly. They knew they needed the soldiers. So, and this is the same in all countries here, in your country, any country. You do need the soldiers, and these soldiers have families. They have lives as well, and they're not stupid. If you're going to hurt their children, you've got to be careful, especially when you've got a couple of donuts in Boris Johnson and Biden. Jesus.
Couple of donuts. Yeah, they've definitely got holes in them. Hey?
Those two right there.
Yeah.
How do you think people over there are going to react if he tries to make that mandatory for everybody?
Won't happen.
Well, I'll tell you,
Ian says won't happen.
It won't, because even people that have had one or two and they're now saying, oh no, you need the next one now. We're hearing a lot of people saying, no, they can fuck right off. We did a hub yesterday, and I think out of all the people that we spoke to, there's a couple of people that were a little bit rude, but then, that's just people.
Well, they're just repeating the party line.
Repeating the narrative. But most people, they're like, no, I haven't taken any. Or they say, no, I've had one, and it made me so sick, I passed out. I'm not having any more.
They're not doing it. They're not doing any more lockdowns.
People are not doing it.
They're not doing it. When we've been walking around, obviously you've got masks, a bit of mask wearing and stuff. I walked past loads of, was it last night and yesterday and today, looking in cafe, it was near a little restaurant near the carpet shop.
Yeah.
They weren't wearing masks in there.
Yeah.
So a lot of shops.
Yeah, there were quite a few parties going on last night as well. One was in a pub, people dressed up as Santa. The other one was in an estate agent's where they're having a party in there, like in full view of people, So It's like people have just basically told Boris to fuck
Well,
off.
no, they haven't. No, but the key is they're not telling Boris to fuck off. Yeah, this is almost like what's his name? Nero. Yeah, Nero was playing his violin while Rome burned. As one of the Rome there. So, and that's a bit like a Boris character. He doesn't realise that people are ignoring him.
Yeah.
Because a legislation can only be something if people then go, oh, that's really good, actually, we're going to do that. Yeah. If you don't do it, then it makes the person who puts that through Parliament a bit of an idiot if people don't take any notice of it.
Yeah.
Yeah? Emperor's New Clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah? And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing the Emperor's New Clothes. The guy is completely naked, and so is Biden.
Oh God, that's not a pleasant thought.
Disgusting.
Boris and Biden naked. I don't think so. Yuck. Michelle's covering her eyes. She can't stand it.
I just had a, I swear when you said that, I just saw Beavis and Butthead at like 18 naked.
Yes.
What is that? I've never seen that.
Oh, it's a cartoon from the 90s, 80s.
Yeah, Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, Beavis and Butthead. YouTube it.
Okay.
Oh my God, you will see what we mean.
One of them always wears a Metallica t-shirt.
And yeah, I think most, I mean, the average people.
They're crazy.
They are.
But
wherever
they're
you
so
are,
stupid.
Yeah,
They're just
they're
like stupid.
what's that come up on the screen?
It's just saying my internet connection is rubbish, even though it's not.
I think the average people, most people, they just want to live in peace and get on with life and have relationships and go out and enjoy themselves and see family and stuff like that. And people got bored with that now. It's like, why are we doing that? And that's back to the administration. That's all they are. Is they are just people who take taxes and then give it out to where it's most needed. In that moment, they just line their own pockets.
Yeah.
This is, their time's up, and that's what the Aquarian age is all about. And it's with universal love, and that's the clear thing that people are missing. They're missing, those good experiences. Just going to a cheese shop and having your cheesecake without actually being accosted by someone waving a white paper at you. Oh, you have an edge of vaccine. Well, I've got autonomy. I don't need that. It's in the Nuremberg Code, and in fact, you waving that and they're arresting you for it. You're breaking the law. I'm not breaking the law.
And I have a magic crock to prove that your silly little jab doesn't do anything.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Coolios. So yeah, I think that Remus. Was it Remus and Romulus?
Remus and Romulus.
Remus and Romulus is that's fascinating.
Yeah, they're talking about not letting people. You're starting to see not letting people go into the grocery stores here if you're not vaccinated.
Wow.
This place over here has just went
Nuts.
Well,
I don't even. Nuts don't even begin to describe what it is over here right now.
Wow.
Well, as I say, I think you guys over there, you're going to have a serious conversation with your government.
Somebody's going to have to get their heads pulled out of their asses over here. I mean, it's time to just burn this shit down.
Yeah.
Sack
Rome.
Because
exactly.
Because they are just administration. That's all they are. There are more important things like looking after the elderly, looking after the vulnerable, disabled people, people with dementia, people that are unemployed, people that are veterans that have got what do they call it when they come back from war?
PTSD.
They've got more important things than just throwing money after money after money over basically a cold.
A cold.
It's embarrassing. It's it's actually embarrassing.
Yeah.
You know, if this was a corporation, like what they've got the sack cases of that.
Mm.
You know, that's like I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know. Say you run a carpentry company, yeah, and your office spends all their money on nails. Have you got any wood? No, we spent all the money on nails. Have you got any screws? No, we spent the money on nails.
What's that?
Is that a pill?
That's what I was telling you about.
Oh wow.
Absolutely
Wow.
no imprint anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should have as well, shouldn't it?
Which means it is not FDA approved.
Yeah, that's mental.
But that's what they're giving people in these nursing homes. And people are sitting there hurting because they won't take it because, you know, they're not stupid. And they know it's not FDA approved.
Yeah.
I think what's interesting is that when our grandkids are back on this, they're going to say, you know what, that was the biggest F up of the 21st century.
I don't think so. I think what is going to happen from this is people are going to wake up. Because unless you are incredibly stupid, I mean, what's the word?
It's like we're under a mass psychosis
But the thing
over
is,
here.
all you have to do is find the trigger words. And once you find those trigger words, so this is new variant on this one, that's a trigger word. And it's very difficult to kind of sort of pick that up.
What, on their end, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because they just they don't. It's like they know the fundamentals of, you know, neurolinguistic programming or hypnosis, but they're a bit shit at it actually.
Well, it's like using the word.
That's why people are waking up.
using the Greek alphabet to name.
Yeah.
A virus. Well, the virus doesn't say, oh, you know, I want to be called Omicron. Why did you have to do? Yeah, it's childish, isn't it? All right, boys and girls, what would you like to call the virus today? Miss, can I call it Omicron? It's quite good actually. 10 points to Billy. You know, for goodness sake, you know, call it what it is. You know, it's just a virus.
A cold.
I loved it. Biden was on a Fox News reporter asked him how he was.
Oh God.
Because when his voice was all gravelly and everything, and he was fine. His grandson just gave him a cold. And I was sitting there going, really? He just sat here and said that he didn't have coronavirus, that his grandson gave him a cold, when a common cold is literally classified as coronavirus. And nobody's picking up on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like
it's like you get these little truth bombs. It's like they can't help but
no, but that's what I'm saying.
To say this stuff, and there's little truth bombs that, you know, it's like, but how far along there do you have to go before everyone actually goes?
Well, that's the thing. The caravan is going along, and the wheels and the doors and the thing.
The doors are falling off. The wheels are barely still on it.
Yeah, it's like Lauren Hardy's car when it all falls apart. You know? That's exactly what's happening at the moment. And this Omicron thing, you know, it's just ridiculous. It sounds really, you know, it's right out Hollywood, isn't it? You know, some sort of Hollywood, you know, transformer. You know, it's like, I am the Omicron, and I, you know, I am Zeus, Zeus's brother. It's just, come on.
Zeus's brother.
You know.
Oh dear.
You know, what's the Omicron's going to kill everybody in the world? No one is going to survive because of Omicron. It's just ridiculous. And I think most people are seeing through it. It's just confidence, to be honest, Michelle. It's confidence in platforms. And I find a lot of people don't know what to do. They can see through it. Because once you see through it, what do? You go, oh, I can see through that. But then you've got to have a platform in which to do something about it. And that's voting with your feet. That's saying, well, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not wearing the mask. And how do you do that? Well, you get like 50 people who goes into a cheese a
cheesecake shop.
Cake shop, and they say no.
Yeah.
We're not showing you that. Yeah, and they tie up the guy serving the cheesecake and help themselves. You know, and that's what you got to do. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like you haven't been through it before. I mean, you know, in 19, well, just after the First World War,
1918.
you know, they had it there. They had the bank crash. You know, people got back up. They went, this is rubbish, and we're not putting up with it anymore. And that's what The Wonderful Life is all about. I mean, that's got a very, is it The Wonderful? Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's very upsetting when he loses everything. That's why he wants to commit suicide, because of the you know, the bank's going, oh no, we're not giving out any money. It's the only say.
2008.
Because that's about it. And he asks, I love that, because he asks all these people, don't take the money out of the bank, don't, please, we'll be fine. And
There you go.
yeah, it's quite a very interesting story, that. Although it's a lovely Christmas film as well. It's got a very good ending to it. But it's a very interesting look at the what do they call it?
It's kind of the mechanics of how it all works.
Yeah.
We get a real insight in that film. It's quite amazing.
Yeah, yeah. So, you know, it's I wouldn't even say it's an Everest now. I think it's just seeing those people as administrators, and that's it. You know, and it's just ridiculous. You know, like the thing about the soldiers' tags. You know.
Yeah.
For goodness sake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bonkers.
You know, soldiers can have. You know, if they go and fight for your country, they could have bums printed on their back of their tags. I couldn't care less. It's up to them. You know, it's up to them what they want. You know, it's their personal choice. If they want whatever, you know, I'm from Mars or something. You know, fine. You know, you're not going to, you know, a big burly soldier. You're not going to say, oh, it was. Imagine Biden saying, "Oh, sorry, you know, Commando, you can't have that." You know, they're not going to do that, are they? They're not going to. They're going to have what they want on their tags. You know, because that's a whole new ball game with soldiers, isn't it? I mean, their comradeship is huge, and that's the same in every country. Well, I mean, we've got soldiers out at the moment, like what they're called, the ones that are marching on Parliament, the ones that retired. What do they call that?
Veterans.
Veterans, that's it. Sorry, we've got veterans marching on pilots. I'm hungry. Losing my words. We've got veterans marching on Parliament as we speak, and you know they're fed up. And the thing about active soldiers, they eventually become veterans, so they would be looking at the veterans, saying this is treason. That's essentially what these veterans are saying.
Yeah.
This is treason. What's going on in this
treason.
country? And if you break the law and you lose the control, then you know the hammer comes down hard. You've only got to look at the French Revolution. So yeah, but we don't want it as a violent thing. We want it, you know, you don't want to be.
Oh, when it happens here, it's going to be violent.
You don't
It's
want
not
that,
going to
though,
be. I know, but I mean, you know, I listen to these guys. I get in those chat rooms and stuff with these guys, and when this stuff over here happens, it is not going to be. There's not going to be anything peaceful about it.
Yeah,
and that's what's scary. That is what's really scary.
We've had the non-working class run in the country for so long.
Because it's just.
What the next say?
What did the non-working class running our country for so long?
That again?
Yeah. she said we've had the non-working class running this country for so long.
And
All
nobody-
these elites,
And nobody's ever lost their privileges here before, like they have in European countries and abroad. They're pampered here,
did you hear what she said?
Yeah.
spoiled.
People here are spoiled. They've never lost any of those privileges or anything.
They never went hungry. They never got cold.
You know, they don't know. It's just, oh, it's not.
They're killing off all of our history here.
She said they're killing off all of our history here.
Look at our old people.
Okay. Keep it warm for a minute, H, yeah?
What was you saying about old people?
They're killing everybody off.
They're killing everybody off.
Yeah, well, that's a cult. That's clearly a cult going on now. That's without question.
Well, and they're revealing things that happened during this COVID outbreak, and you know, they're all shocked and awed about it, and nobody cared when it was happening.
And it's like when something happens over here, people get pissed off for 2 days. And then it's just gone.
We still got family members coming into these facilities, taking shit back out to the community, back into the facility, and we're getting punished for it. The staff's getting punished.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that's where the thing about holding, because we're doing a thing called at Stand in the Parks, we're doing a thing called a vigil, and essentially you're lighting a candle for your humanity and your freedom. And you've got to teach people that. You've got to teach people that they have humanity and they have freedom.
Goosebumps, protecting the Christ consciousness.
Yeah. You've got to you got to give people platforms and to be able to do that.
We're just at 12 positive cases again in our nursing home. So what they do, make us a booster.
What she said?
She said we just had 12 positive cases in our nursing home, and what did they do? Instead of stopping people coming in and out, because you don't have to be vaccinated to visit.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, you do?
Those are the only people that can.
You do now.
Because they can't give you anything.
Oh, well, it's fully vaccinated people now that are coming and going. They just had 12 positive cases pop up, which weren't staff members, but the staff members are the ones that are getting punished. And they're not stopping visitation or anything. They are literally purposely spreading this shit. The CDC, the guidelines that they issue are so contrary to infection control that it's laughable.
But that's the thing. I mean, what you're experiencing and what we're experiencing in this country, this is exactly how a fascist regime installs itself. And it's a metaphysical thing. So people always ask that question, how did the Germans allow the Nazis to commit the atrocities that they did commit, allegedly?
To protect them.
Oh, here it didn't happen.
Oh, well, the Germans, they all acquiesced to that. And people always ask that question, well, why did the Germans not do anything about that? Why did they just go with it? And this, what we're experiencing now, is the exact same thing. It takes confidence and it takes a lot of guts to be able to say, right, enough is enough. Because you as one person, you can't really do anything. So we have to get together in community. That's what I'm saying. You have to create those platforms in which to be able to uninstall this kind of ideology. And, you know, just because, you know, who is Biden? Who are any of these people? You never met any of these people. They don't mean anything. It's just their opinion anyway. And they're only going on the opinion of science. And science is always arguing, you know, it's the science. Oh, yeah, that's funny. Did you see that?
I will send you this video. His channel's called Awaken with JP. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen it. He's an American guy. He is fucking hilarious. Yeah, I will send you his science video.
Oh God!
I nearly wet myself laughing. It is hysterical.
You know, the scientists we have today, when we have scientists who want to put fucking nuclear reactors on the moon.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
You know,
science.
that right there.
Science.
Yes.
And I mean, this is literally a thing. Companies have until February of next year to put their bids in on this. I mean, this is not like something that they're talking about in the next 30 or 40 years. This is something they're talking about, you know,
But once again,
within the foreseeable future.
yeah.
Well, we know what we think about their foreseeable future. It never fucking
You know, it's not
happened.
gravity. We don't need it.
But once again, it's like, it's that thumbprint again, isn't it? I always see the thumbprint of these people because it's ludicrous. That's the place you always arrive at. It's only these people that come up with these ludicrous ideas. You know, who cares about putting a nuclear reactor on the moon? How about unemployed people? How about homeless people? How about, you know, the elderly? It's ludicrous. It's just like,
Yeah.
It's like, what's his name? Mark Suck My Burger.
That guy.
He's talking about the metaverse.
That guy's just
Mark,
dead.
Mark, look.
He's dead.
Come here, Mark. Come here.
Dead man.
Mark, come here. Mark, suck my burger. Come and sit there. Let me talk to you. Take all your money that you've earned. It's great. You've done really well with the Facebook. You've earned a lot of money. How about putting all your money into, you know, helping the unemployed, helping the elderly, etc., etc., etc. Let's not create the metaverse. This doesn't mean anything. It's not real. It's not Lego.
His mentality and thinking is the majority of our government.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. They are literally clowns in the circus.
It's ludicrous.
Yeah.
Mark Suck My Burger's metaverse is, you know, it's ludicrous. It is ludicrous.
Yeah.
And he's very excited about it. He even walked down a flight of stairs in his advert looking at a camera, because I'd swear he was going to do a Biden and fall down the stairs.
I smell robot.
That's exactly what I started to say. He doesn't even look human.
No, he's got this weird, you know, like Data in
like
Star
Dotan,
Trek. It's
Star
got an
Trek.
almost square bit here. He's got the same thing.
Yeah.
His face is the same colour nearly, and he has dead eyes.
If you look at a picture of him now and a picture of him when he was in college, it's literally like his whole bone structure has changed.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But
I
can we,
smell
you know,
robot.
for goodness sake, these very, very wealthy people, can we have some normal wealthy people who actually help out vulnerable
that
people
are
in the
actual
world? You know,
philanthropists.
you know,
If I can say the word.
no, it's not fair, is it? It's not good enough that we end up with Bill Gates,
No,
Elon
it's actually
Musk,
pretty fucking shit, actually.
and
Let's swap them out for some new
and
ones.
that other twat from Twitter, what's his name? What's the guy from Twitter, right?
Oh, Zach.
The hipster, yeah, the hipster.
Yeah.
Pretend.
And the one that replaced him is like 5 times worse. So.
Yes.
Oh, it was a replacement.
Yeah.
Not another robot.
I also like those people from.
And he does not believe in freedom of speech at all.
Well,
why is he running
like
Twitter?
Boris Johnson.
Goodness sake.
See, I don't. It's like that doesn't even compute for me. Doesn't believe in free speech.
Nope.
No, he's not a human. Supports that.
I smell robot.
How do the rest of the robots?
Oh, there was
people
thing. What was his thing on there? Zion, wasn't it? Zion.
Zion, yeah.
Yeah. That platform. That sounds really good. On Bitcoin.
Oh yeah, JP was talking about a new platform.
Zion.
Which is something to do with Bitcoin, called Zion. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
It sounds really, really good. Yeah.
Did look into it.
Oh right, you did.
The direct search doesn't actually give you the website.
Right, where'd you get that?
I couldn't.
There's probably a link on JP's video.
We'll have a look at it. We'll find that. Anyway, better.
Now that's interesting that you can't actually access it through
We have
Google.
some food.
Yes.
What
Fuck
is
off,
it?
Google.
Come back to.
Bubba?
What is it you can't access?
Henry did a search on this new platform called Zion, and it doesn't come up on Google. That tells you a lot. Yes, food. Yes, food. If I find it, I'll share it with you. But I'll definitely I'll share this guy. He's like he's crazy. You will laugh your head off.
So yeah, I mean, I think that's really interesting what you got there, and I think that is about price consciousness, and that is about you on an individual basis, and me as well on an individual basis, and we have to, you know, hold that within ourselves, our humanity and our freedom, and we don't want to let go of that, not for no bugger.
Absolutely.
Especially for people that we've never ever met and don't even know.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right. Food.
Could you save a little bit of rice for the woofie, please? Even though he's he's woken up. He's woken up. Hey Smurf. Come here. Say hello to Michelle.
Smurf.
Say hello.
Hello, baby. Hello.
Gonna speak. Speak. Speak.
Hello.
Speak. Go on.
Saying hello.
Speak.
See the Smurf. See the Smurf. See the Smurf.
So just say something to him, yeah?
Hello.
He says say something to him, yeah?
Yeah, the rice. Yeah, just a little spoonful of rice.
Spoonful, Ian.
You're not gonna speak.
Speak.
He's very tired.
Speak.
Oh.
Murphy, speak.
He had a very busy day with other
He
doggies.
took a journey too.
Yeah, he
Speak.
did.
Speak.
He wasn't asleep under that blanket. He was meditating.
He does like to meditate.
Oh.
He does like to meditate, don't you?
Speak.
Yeah.
Murphy, speak.
Go on then. Go on then. Go and get your dinner. Go get your dinner. Good boy.
Well, Lord, you better go eat yours before it gets cold.
Yes, indeed. We got
Murphy,
curry. Yeah.
Speak.
Ooh.
Yes.
Speak.
I don't know
Boy.
what we're having yet,
Cool.
but it's about time for us to eat too. We haven't had breakfast or anything today, so.
Well, enjoy. And I'm glad you enjoyed that. Did Annette enjoy the meditation as well? Just quickly.
Yeah.
Cool. Fantastic. Yeah. So I'll speak to you soon. I don't know what we're doing for Yule yet. I think we're going out. I can't believe we're going out.
We're going to instead of she has to work on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
So instead of like celebrating Christmas, we're just going to celebrate Yule on the 21st and do our dinner and everything then.
Yeah. Fantastic idea. Love it.
And I may actually, I think that I'm going to do this meditation again on the solstice.
Yeah. It's kind of tempting, isn't it? I know what you mean.
But I know what I just stepped into. I'm getting ready to order a tincture press.
Oh.
Yes,
Cool.
I am. Yes, I am.
I like that.
I'm going to start making medicines.
Cool. I like that. That's very cool. Go and get your dinner. Go on. Go on. Funny dog.
And you go do your thing.
So if that's it for, have an amazing solstice.
Oh, sorry, stop it.
And,
Yeah, you too.
We will.
Kellyanne and Henry too.
Yes. And Smurf will, because he'll be opening his presents.
He's so rotten.
He's more excited than any of us, that dog. He keeps putting his nose in where the presents are. It's like, no, it's not time yet.
We're gonna have to go get these guys something.
Yeah.
We put them little stockings up.
Oh.
We haven't got anything in the stockings yet though. I'm still fiddling with lights.
Ah.
I was so glad we bought those decorations last year.
Yeah.
They didn't have anything.
Really? Blimey. What? Go and get your dinner.
Enjoy your dinner.
We will. And yes, you enjoy your breakfast. Okay. See you in there.
Bye.
And be fearless.
Stay witchy.